Hey guys. Most mistakes are made in no contact when you either interpret every sign of your ex as interest in you, or she really shows interest and you want her back so badly that you go about the whole thing way too fast. So maybe I should explain to you what to look for. And so today to the topic, what to do if she contacts you during no contact. First of all, you have to put yourself in her shoes. During no contact she has noticed what it is like to have to do without you. On special days or at night before falling asleep, or every now and then she thought of you. Even if she tried to avoid it. We humans are simply very dependent on our bond. Once we have built up a bond with another person, we can't just break it off. Not from us and certainly not consciously. Even if she should have told you that. She will be able to call up your voice directly and pictures and beautiful memories with you will just pop into her head. All this happens subconsciously and maybe even a bit more consciously when she actively doubts her decision. Why might she doubt? Maybe she had someone else in between and it went wrong, or she just came out of the relief of breaking up with you. She sees what it is like without you and wants to know how you have developed. How you are doing. What you are doing. You don't give her any more information about it. She doesn't know anymore. She was used to always knowing and now she has no idea because you don't contact her. Everything she could find out costs her time and energy. Maybe there is even the question whether you are really not interested in her after all that has happened. And then she feels the same fear that you felt when she broke up with you. Probably a bit weaker. But even then it is a reason for her to become curious and to take a closer look at you again. Only she can't ask directly. That would leave her completely vulnerable to you. And people just don't do that. Sure, there are people who will come right up to you and say, "I miss you, I made a mistake. Can you forgive me?" But don't assume your ex will do that. Think of it as a little less. Craig Kenneth calls it the indirect direct approach. Once direct, because she's writing to you directly. Social media likes, random meetings at the grocery store, or reaching out to friends to find out how you're doing are not part of that. She talks or writes to you directly. I don't care if she gives you smoke signals, but even then your name should be in them. Everything else is ignored by you or at most seen as a good sign. Indirectly means in this that she will not immediately fall around your neck. She wants to see how you react to her and if there is any general interest in talking to her. She wants to see what your status is right now. Are you taken? How are you? What have you been doing? But probably a question like, "Hey, do you still have my pink top?" Or, "Hey, do you remember what that and that restaurant were called back then?" Those are indirect direct approaches. And you wait for those to more or less end no contact. That's when you can approach them again a bit. In fact, you have to if you want to gauge their interest properly. It's not about just any restaurant. They haven't suddenly gone completely crazy and completely forgotten everything you've done together. Or in which restaurants you went to eat 50 times. If need be, they could have Googled it. The interest at that moment is in you and your reaction to them. And this is your moment to be open and honest. This is an opportunity. An opportunity that you can still screw up or turn down yourself. You now have the power over what happens. That's what you've been aiming at her all along with the no contact part that concerned her. So much for that. That's important to know first, so you don't break no contact because you overestimate her reaction. She'll probably write relatively matter-of-factly, and that's how you want to respond. No exaggerated smileys. Preferably none at all. Write her, "Hey, how are you?" to it. If you answered the question, then of course answer it positively and ask the same to her. But not effusively. You want to be open with her. Your goal, depending on the situation, is to ask her for or set up a non-committal short meeting. If you just keep texting here and telling her about you, she won't be able to have any new nice experiences with you. Time together beats texting simply always, because only here we can build a real bond with each other and have an optimal effect on each other. And you want that again. If she keeps texting and asks for you, say, "This is too much to write right now, maybe we want to meet for coffee tomorrow or Thursday night?" Don't ask her for a time and if she would even like to do something with you. This just puts the reins back in her hands and shows her that you are available to her at any time. You want to be the ones to decide. This also makes a certain attraction for the woman to you. If she agrees, you have your chance. If she is unsure or cancels, you say, "Too bad, you can get back to me if you change your mind." With those words, you go back to no contact. Then she knows that the interest would be there to meet her, but that's all. And that's a good thing, because then she continues to think about you. Then the whole thing starts all over again. You wait again for her reaction towards you. This is again the best opportunity for you. Don't demystify yourself by thinking that no contact is over now and you can just keep writing with her. That makes you uninteresting again and you end up in the friend zone in the best case. I will explain in one of the next videos how it could go on with a meeting. There are too many eventualities for me to include here now. Take care and see you in the next video.